An Air India 787-8 Dreamliner carrying 242 souls went down shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad to London. The captain was a seasoned pilot with nearly 9,000 hours. So if we have a really good pilot, why would the plane crash? I'm assuming it's going to be a maintenance issue. I know there's a lot of plane crash stuff that's been happening, especially this year for some reason. But I'm covering this one in particular because this story is absolutely wild. Just wait until I reveal to you how wild this story is. Now, here's this plane 30 seconds after takeoff, and you can see it just absolutely explodes. And like it said, is 242 souls on board. Viewer discretion advised, by the way. Here's a video of this plane on the flight just before the crash. This is the same plane, and somebody took a video of all these screens and stuff not working.
AC is not working. Look at everyone.
AC is not working.
People, they are using these magazines.
Everyone's just reading magazines because they're bored. None of their electronics work.
At all. And as usual,
Yeah.
your TV screens are also
As usual, he says. So this is common in all the planes, I guess.
Button for calling the cabin crew. Nothing is working.
Yeah, you gotta go, hey!
Nothing. Not even
Hey!
the light is working.
Cabin crew!
See.
This is wild. Imagine being on this flight,
And as
taking
usual,
this video,
Air
and
India
that very
is
same plane you were just
considered one
on
of the
explodes,
worst airlines in the
crashes,
world.
and explodes, killing everybody on board. Imagine being on the flight before. Here's a AI recreation of what the crash likely looked like. They're saying that it landed tail first, so this is what we would have seen if we had a closer angle, which looks terrifying. That's, oh my god, man, just imagine. Oof. Yeah, dude. And like, I mean, I don't know, like, if everyone's death was so instant, maybe like some people had suffered a little bit for their death. Doesn't seem like no Titan implosion type of situation. It could be a little bit fiery in there. Terrifying. It's one of my worst fears, especially after seeing that first Final Destination movie when I was a kid. Here's another angle of this flight. And now bear with me. There is a crazy twist to this story that we're getting to momentarily here. Look at this. Here's the full video. Here's the flight taking off from the ground, and we'll be able to see it not make it very far. So it goes up. Here we go. It's going up. Now I'm wondering if there's any like aviation experts that could probably spot any clues on this plane. Maybe there's something with the, you know, the instruments or the mechanisms on the plane. But here it is. Now you can see it's already going down. It's trying to go up, but it is not going up. It is in fact going down and more down. It looks like the landing gear is still down too. It's not even, the landing gear never even made it up. And there it is. That is such a huge fireball. That is crazy. That's crazy, man. Just imagine. From India to London. This guy says probably overloaded on weight. Looks like improper flap set, easily avoidable. I don't know if he's an aviation guy or whatnot. You know, maybe he's just, he says it's his guess, so he could just be guessing. But he says probably overloaded on weight. Looks like improper flap set. I can't really tell in this image if the flaps are like, it's so blurry. I can't tell. I can't tell. Maybe someone else who's an expert can tell. I'd love to know more about it. But here's the twist. There was one survivor. One guy survived. Here he is. His name is Ramesh. He doesn't look like he's in the best shape, but I assure you he is alive. And he was walking around. Here's an image of a part of the plane in the buildings that it crashed into. Absolutely destroyed everything. I'm assuming that it landed on buildings occupied with people, and those people probably didn't survive. So the deaths are probably much higher. Here's another camera angle of that plane crashing. Imagine being on this and somehow surviving. I mean, I have another video of the guy. People are saying that he jumped out. Okay, now let me go back. This is why people are saying that he jumped out, because there's like something, there's some sort of black thing in the sky. If you look closely, let me slow it down. I'll turn that down so it doesn't sound like ass. So if we keep going, and then there's like something black on the left side of the plane. Now he was seated on the left side of the plane. Are we able to see it? I swear I saw it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was right there. Yeah, that. People are saying like maybe that was him. But I think that that is something jettisoning up into the air because it's shortly after we see this fireball. So maybe it was just a piece that was blown into the air from the plane. But I don't think he jumped out. And in fact, according to him, he didn't jump out. But that's what's being reported by everyone, that he jumped out and somehow survived. I don't see how that would work. Here's a video of him right here. You can see he's not in good shape. He looks like he's covered in a lot of stuff, maybe even blood from people, or I'm not really sure. He's just covered in stuff. And they're saying that he just walked out of like he said he woke up or he realized what happened and he's just surrounded by bodies everywhere. He looks like he's limping, he's hurt, he looks burned. So he's not, he didn't get out injury free, but he is alive. He's on his phone. He is walking. What an incredible story. Now, a lot of people are talking about the guilt, the survivor's guilt. I guess some people would experience that and some people wouldn't. That's my comment on it. I feel like I'm one of the people, like I wouldn't feel guilty that I survived unless maybe if I had some like loved ones with me, then I think that I would feel some survivor's guilt. I'd be like, fucking, I wish it was me that died instead. If I was alone, then no, I'm not going to feel survivor's guilt. I just made it. I was lucky. This story reminds me of the Twin Towers. There was one tower that fell and there was a sole survivor that was inside the tower that told his story from the beginning of his day, like eating breakfast at home, traveling to work, going up the elevator to his floor, the crash of the plane into the building, security telling everyone to sit tight until they know what's up, and then security just keeps telling everyone to sit tight, and they did until they saw smoke, and they're like, okay, F security, we're getting the hell out of here. And then stairs being on fire, so they couldn't take certain stairs, so they had to go to different stairs that were clogged with people trying to get the hell out of there. And he even described the train sound of the building going boom, 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 boom above his head, and how he took cover in a corner and covered his head with a briefcase, saw a big flash of white light, came to, and there's blue, beautiful skies above him. Down below, there's rubble and fire everywhere. And he had like a broken arm or something and was bloody in the back of his head and was eventually rescued by firefighters. And he was just in the perfect pocket of this building that's like self-vaporizing. And he was just in the perfect pocket and position to survive, not completely unscathed, but he's alive today. And that's what I believe happened with this man. If we look here, this is where he was sitting. He was sitting in 11A against the window. And now we do know that the plane started exploding from the rear. So maybe him being closer up to the front of the plane was contributed to him being in that perfect pocket as this plane explodes and vaporizes, killing everybody almost instantly. Now, and also this guy is a British national. I don't know if that's like an important piece of info, but I mean, everyone's making sure that that's known. Yeah, just imagine. This is wild, right? Now, here's another video I want to share. This is unreal. 2 passengers that were on that flight saying goodbye moments before the plane crashes. So they took a little video. It looks like maybe they uploaded it to the internet before they got on the plane.
At the airport, just boarding. Goodbye, India.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
10-hour flight back to England.
Going back happily calm. We are in the airport.
I hope they had a good time in India. It's hard to not put yourself in the position, right? On the plane. This reminds me of, there was a plane that crashed 2 or 3 years ago with somebody who was live streaming on the inside. So there is a POV. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. If you have not, go find it. I don't think I could show it on my channel. At least I don't want to risk it, but It's a guy, he's like, huh, you know, and he's even kind of laughing and chuckling, and he shows outside the window and he's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, like, he shows the window, he's like getting a little bit closer to the ground. Then he looks a little bit worried, and then all of a sudden, right, and you just see the tumbling and flames, and then the video just kind of the phone stops moving because it's like stuck in one place, and you just hear burning. After ever seeing that video, that's always what I envision when I see these. I'm like, well, that's, you know, it's so quick. It's so quick, but still so terrifying. Here is a selfie that a family took of being on that plane before it crashed. That's heavy, dude. Pratik Joshi, software professional, had lived in London for 6 years, dreaming of bringing his wife and 3 children from India. After years of waiting for clearances, his dream was nearing reality. 2 days ago, his wife, Dr. Komi Vyas, a renowned doctor, resigned with bags packed and goodbyes said. The family of 5 boarded Air India flight 171 to London, filled with hope. That's the way to end it, huh? Yeah, I saved the best for last. The feelings. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm assuming that whatever happened was likely preventable. It's likely maintenance. And I don't know. I mean, how often is this going to continue to happen in some of these other countries before they step up their game with safety, maintenance, and things like that? But you know, this guy here, lucky man. At least someone made it out.